All right, I'm loading the USB now. Hold on one sec. This is Glenn Rice with Michelangelo's Plumbing. We are located at 6507 Jamieson Avenue, Reseda, California. Today is November 7th, 2019. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 2-inch vent pipe located on the 3-inch vent pipe located on the roof, and with the attempt to run out to our city sewer tie-in. So we're going to go ahead and continue to push on, or begin to push on out.
Might go out the back.
Okay, we've dropped down. We transitioned into what appears to be cast iron waistline, and we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. Cast iron waistline does appear to have some buildup throughout the cast iron. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and pushed out, and we are just out in front of the house, just to the right of the front porch in the planter area. And we did mark the area with an orange flag at 2 foot 7 inches deep. And this area here would be a good location to put a two-way clean out. So we're going to pause for a moment and flush a toilet and get our camera lens nice and clear, and we're going to continue to push all the way out into the city sewer. We'll pause here for a moment.
Maybe run some water.
Okay, we went ahead and pulled out our camera, and we're just cleaning off our camera head, and we're going to run back out and try to get a better view of the line. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and got the camera head nice and clear, so we're going to go ahead and continue to push out to about 46 feet on our camera monitor. And we made a little bit of transition. And we're transitioning back into vitreous clay. And we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And it does appear that we do have a fairly large offset in this joint here in the vitreous clay from about the 5 o'clock area all the way around to about the 9 o'clock area. So we're going to go ahead and try to jump it. And we're going to continue to push out. And this joint also has a fairly large offset. We're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and as we pull back from our city sewer tie-in, we'll take a better look at the line. Right now we're just trying to get out to our city sewer. Making a few turns. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And once we get all the way into our city sewer tie-in, we can get our camera lens nice and clear. And as we pull back, we can take a better look at the joints. And we're going to make a little turn here, and okay, we went ahead and pushed all the way into our city sewer tie-in, and we're just going to go ahead and rinse our camera lens off, and we're going to begin to pull back and take a good look at the line. Okay, we went ahead and cleaned our camera lens off. Now we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly, and we're going to take a good look at the joints. So we're going to continue to pull back now. Go ahead and pull back.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get the rag. Okay.
And we're going to pull back slowly. And again,
start pulling in.
we do have those joints there appear to be in fair condition. We're going to have to pause here for a moment again. Okay, we went ahead and ran a little bit of water in the bathtub and pushed out back out into our city sewer tie-in. Just the line needed to be flushed out a little bit so we can keep our camera lens nice and clear. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly, and we're going to take a good look at the joints. As I had mentioned, there was a few offsets. Here's an offset in that joint there from about the 12 o'clock all the way around to about the 9 o'clock area. Fairly large offset, no visible signs of breaks or roots. We're just going to go ahead and continue back slowly. And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. A little bit of cobwebs in the line. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition.
Of course.
That joint appears to be in fair condition.
Yep. Okay, you got it.
And that joint appears to be in fair condition.
Okay, I'm just gonna
need to pull back.
I can't be here.
And we're going to pause here for a moment. As we pulled back to this joint here, we did notice that in this joint here we do have a fairly large crack. And as we pull back slowly, pull back about 6, right about there. As you can see, there's a large crack from about the 3 o'clock area to about the 9 o'clock area. So we're just going to continue to pull back slowly.
Where are we at? We still on the street?
Yeah, 92 feet 1 inch. We're still at the. We're about
We
the.
are in the street.
Yeah, you can
We're about the sidewalk.
Then you just lock the front door. Lock the front door.
Okay.
Go ahead and.
Keep pulling back.
And that joint appeared to be in fair condition. We're going to continue to pull back.
Okay, take care.
And that joint appears to be in fair condition.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you. All right, thanks.
We do have a bit of an offset in that joint there from about the 6 o'clock all the way around up to about the 11 o'clock area. And we'll continue to pull back slowly. And that joint there does have a fairly large offset from about the 3 o'clock area all the way around to about the 12 o'clock area. And go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. And also in this joint there, we do have another offset in that joint from about the 12 o'clock around to about the 8 o'clock area. And as you can see on the top of the pipe there, it does have a bunch of dried up roots and stuff, and that's a sign that the line possibly had a lot of roots in the line at one time. We're going to pause here for a moment. As we look at this joint here, it does appear that this joint here does have a crack in the joint from about the 3 o'clock area going around up to about the 12 o'clock area. And as we get this back to the office, we can blow this up and take a really good look at it. Right now it's very hard to determine. There's a lot of dried up roots and stuff around the top of the pipe there. So it's very hard to determine if this is a crack or if this is a root. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. And we'll continue to pull back. And this joint there does have a small amount of roots in the joint right about the 3 o'clock area. We're going to go ahead and continue to pull back slowly. That joint appeared to be in fair condition. And we're transitioning back underneath the house into our 3-inch cast iron waistline. And as I had mentioned, the cast iron waistline does have quite a bit of scaling and debris throughout the cast iron. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we'll continue to pull back. And pulling up and out of our vent pipe. And that will conclude our video waste and sewer inspection.